everybody, do you know what time it is? Welcome to my channel. It's called Me and You Forever. It's a bump update pregnancy vlog, guys. We are going to talk about 26 weeks and 27 weeks. So you know what that means. You're going to get 2 for 1. What? Anyway, stay tuned. See you soon. So I'm back. So we're in the hospital. They gave me the antacid medicine. The antacid medicine did not work. So they thought I was dehydrated. And I was like, I'm not dehydrated, am I, babe? And he was like, well, you do look like kind of pale. So I was like, okay, yes, black people do get pale, okay. So I was like, okay, babe. And he was like, the lady said, let's do a bag of fluid. I said, okay. The lady gave me a bag of fluid, and I was so cold. When that bag of fluid went into my arm, I was so cold, and it just felt like this big wave of wash went over my body. And it was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, what's going on? I felt so much better. But it kind of makes sense. So, I'm going to stop there and say this side note. In that whole time frame from like around 25 weeks to 26 weeks, I kept doing this weird thing where I was having dumping syndrome. I was going to the bathroom a lot. I was pooping. Could not hold anything down, really. It was just coming out. I wasn't throwing up. It was just coming out. I was getting lightheadedness. I just felt like my sugar was dropping. And I just didn't know what was going on. And I was like, I know I don't have diabetes. So I don't know what's going on. I kept telling the doctor. Remember how I was telling y'all there was something going on, and I knew it, and nobody wanted to listen to me. So the next thing I know, they give me the bag of fluid. So we're back on in the hospital. Give me a bag of fluid. They let the water pump through my body, and the pain went away. Once the water came through, the pain went away. So I was thinking to myself, I said, well, I drink a lot of water. Why is this fluid kicking in? She said, whatever going on in your body, you're dumping, you're excreting a lot of more fluid than normally. So that's why it's in pain, because they said, you know, sometimes they tell you with Braxton Hicks contraction, go to the bathroom or drink some water and it will make it go away. Well, that's what technically it did. It made it go away. But once the bag of fluid stopped, the pain immediately came back. It immediately came back. And I kept going to the bathroom, kept going to the bathroom, kept going to the bathroom, kept going to the bathroom. So the doctor was like, okay, the next thing we're going to do is called a GI cocktail to go down your GI tract. Maybe to soothe the muscles down your GI tract to see what's going on. I said, okay. And he said, if this does not work, this GI cocktail does not work, then we're going to do a sonogram on that area and see what the problem was. So before they gave me GI cocktail, because they had to make it and down in the lab, so it took forever. So she gave me another bag of fluid to put me comfortable. Then they came in. They was like, okay, before that. I got the bag of fluid first before I got the antacids in my IV. The antacids didn't work. Then, so at the first bag of fluid I got rid of. Then they was like, okay, we're going to give you a second one. We're going to give you the GI cocktail. Second bag of fluid helped. Then I had to wait like a couple hours for that GI cocktail because they had to mix it. Well, there's certain classes of medicine. It's A, B, or C. This was a class B. So this class B in medicine was okay for me to take. I swear I have learned so much medical terms in this pregnancy. It's not even funny. So I took that, and the only thing I knew that had in it, it was a mixture of like antacids and all different kind of stuff. But I knew there was lidocaine in it because she told me that I couldn't drink anything for like at least a good 20 minutes. And hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry I got cut off. So like I said, I couldn't drink anything for a good 20 minutes because of the lidocaine, and it's like literally, like when I say you couldn't swallow, you could hardly breathe. It was like that for a good 20 minutes, but it worked. So it lasted a couple days. The pain kept coming back here or there. So she told me the doctor told me to drink a lot of fluids and a lot of water, and take Tums, and that should help. So they just chalk it up. It was just like acid reflux. They thought it was just the acid reflux, because I am known to have acid reflux or very severe heartburn. That's what they thought it was. So then we noticed something kind of weird. It wasn't weird, but we kind of noticed something about Bailey. Bailey, when she got on the monitors, Bailey was moving and kicking off. When I said this child was kicking off the monitors, she was kicking off the monitors. She was all over the place. She was all over the place on the monitors, going crazy. So remember, this is happening on the 14th, and I'm 26 weeks pregnant then. I'm further along now. So now we go ahead, we get home. We didn't get home until almost like 5 o'clock in the morning. All we did was my best friend, side note, I want to shout out, I love my best friends and her husband, and because they were so good to me, and so was my sisters. They came to pick up the kids, my kids and my mom's. This was right around Easter. Easter literally was that following, I think it was the following day. It literally was the following day. It was that weekend, because it was Easter weekend. I totally remember that. It was Easter weekend, so it happened on a Friday. I slept all day Saturday. Then Sunday, we got the kids back. So everything was good, because the Chainsmoker concert was the following weekend on the 22nd. So every Tuesday, I turn my weeks turnover. So I turned 27 weeks. Everything was good. I had felt Bailey. Oh, so besides that, I started feeling the pain again. She did tell me I could take a Benadryl if it got so severe where I couldn't cope through it. And that's what I did that Saturday night going into Sunday. I took a Benadryl and went to sleep, and everything was fine. Kept chewing on my antacids, kept chewing. Felt so much better. Literally woke up Sunday morning, I felt Bailey shifted. Bailey went this way instead of being a big circle where her head was pointing down. Usually my kids are always head down. Her butt, then her feet, and then her hands be down at the bottom, and then my uterus, well, my placenta, and then my uterus on top. And I kept telling you my areas over here is the what you call it? You know what I mean? Pouch for my stomach. So we were good. Everything was going great. Everything was going lovely. Everything was going fine. We were doing great. So I felt her shift because I really wanted to go to this concert, and I went. Everything was going good. Everything was going great. that week went nice. Kept drinking a lot of more fluids, kept taking my Tums. So I kept taking my Tums. They were fine. So like I said, she went sideways. So the day of the concert, I got dressed up, got nice, looked great. I had pictures that day, so I'm going to upload a picture what I wore. It was family pictures, and I'm going to upload a picture what I wore for the concert. Concert was fine. We were up high up, so I told her I was so glad she didn't get ground floor seating because I couldn't be down that low to the ground with all the music. We had a ball. Everything went great. Everything went fine. Went home. Everything was normal. This is Sunday. No, sorry, this is Saturday. Concert was on Saturday. Came home, had a good time, ate like normally, drank my fluids normally. I get home Sunday. I start getting the pain again. On my upward secretion again. But this time, it hurt so bad. I was like, I'm not going back to the hospital. I told my husband. He was at... Sunday, my bad. Sunday was fine. It was Monday, because he was at work Monday. I said, I'm not going back to the hospital. I just woke up and felt horrible, because I was just like, well, maybe it's just, that time, right? It was bad. Really, really, really bad. It got worse through than going towards the nighttime. I put the kids to bed. And I'm a very high tolerance of pain person. I could take a lot of pain. But I could not take this pain. So we're in 27 weeks. And I just noticed that it was so bad. I was crying. Tears were coming down my eyes. So my husband, I get and call the doctor. The doctor tells me to take Zantac. I take Zantac. I didn't have any Zantac. He said the Zantac would work. So my husband gave me a Tylenol. No extra strength, no nothing, just regular Tylenol. And that kind of helped to soothe it. And we got up and walked. We walked it out. I drank a bunch of water. And then eventually got some sleep. The doctor told me first thing in the morning, call my OB. I called my OB. I couldn't get an appointment that day. I could get one Tuesday. I ended up, something was like, my best friend said, call your gastric bypass doctor. I called her, and I told her what's going on. I said it got to the point where I could feel my water and my food go down my pouch and go down my hole of my stomach, and I felt like my stomach was getting tighter. Now, for a person who is a gastric bypass person, after you come out from surgery, your stomach is like really, really tight. So anything is trying to fit through this tunnel, and you can feel it go down. That's how it felt like. She know what she told me that I had? Told me over the phone, you have gastritis. I said, what? Excuse me? She said, this is what happens. Sometimes your stomach can make too much stomach acid or not enough. And it can turn into gastritis. I said, are you serious? She said, yes. I said, okay. She said, what happens is that your stomach's in pain. And it only happens from a major trauma. It can happen a lot after surgery. She said, you probably already had the gastritis and you didn't even know it. So all this time that I've been feeling, I asked her, I said, well, nobody tested my stomach acid. She said, they probably just really didn't pay attention to it. And I said, well, I told them to call you. Did anybody call? She said, no, nobody ever called me. She said, that was happening. She said, this is what happened. Bailey has been kicking on your stomach. Kicking hard. So that's where the inflamed part is coming. But now she's big enough where you can actually feel the pain. That's why that area is swollen. She said, I said, oh, so I have to take, I'm going to insert another picture, kerosene. It's this chocolate medicine. I take it 4 times a day, every 4 hours, to control the gas part. And I kept wondering why it makes sense. That's why I wasn't keeping food in my system. That's why the water was coming out of my system so fast. It made so much sense. So the whole entire time when I was talking about stuff, like something's not right, something early in my pregnancy, they thought I was all going crazy. But actually I wasn't. I was actually making sense. So from the time from 19 weeks all the way up to 27 weeks, it took me that long to figure out. She was going to give me GI cocktail. GI cocktail would have been nice. But to take that every day does have little side effects, and I'm not really with that. So, I had to add a little bit more fruits and vegetables in my diet. I had to drink this medicine. It's chalky. Shake it up real good every day. Drink it. I have to drink it first and then eat, because you can't have both on your stomach at the same time. It's in one process. So that's what literally happened from 26 weeks all the way to 27 weeks. I was like so happy to find out what it is. And then I ended up talking to my best friend. She was like, gastritis can turn really bad really quickly. And I was thinking this could have actually brought me into preterm labor. So we don't know how this can really could have turned out. But that was really how bad my week was for those 2 weeks. I'm actually feeling way much better than I was now. So what I'm saying is, if you know there's something going on in your pregnancy and it just doesn't, like the symptoms come and go, they come and go, but they're still consistently there, fight with your doctor or your midwife and say, looky here, there's something not right. Something's not going right. There's something wrong. And it got to the point because my husband thought it was in my head. And I'm like, no, I know there's something not right. And all those symptoms that I were having, like my itchiness or me going to the bathroom a lot, it was just like cramping, the bloating, everything. It made it sense to me now that was what it was. And sometimes I just wish that people would listen to more people more because they know their body. No. But anyway, like I said, I went back to the doctor. The baby was fine. Heartbeat was great, strong. She wanted me to do the glucose testing, 2 hours testing, and everything came back normal. This was at 27 weeks. I did it. Everything was great. So we were doing fine. Nothing else to report. Everybody's doing great. I'm feeling much better. I'm going to take it every single day. And I'm really glad I decided to listen to my doctor. There was nothing else to really report about swallowing or anything else. This was just the major thing that happened for me between 26 weeks and 27 weeks. So, like I said, I will put the information at the end of this clip of 26 and 27 weeks. I'm going to do it for birth. So, part 1 is probably going to be the same thing, and part 2. So, I'm just going to be continue at the end so you can see in that video. So, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like up button, leave a comment or a question at the bottom of your screen, and don't forget to subscribe. This is my channel, Me and You Forever. This is my bump update and pregnancy blogs, and you'll see a lot of more blogs coming. So y'all have a good night, and I'm gonna say bye.